Donald Trump, without consulting California law enforcement leaders, commandeered 2,000 of our state's National Guard members to deploy on our streets illegally and for no reason. This brazen abuse of power by a sitting president inflamed a combustible situation, putting our people, our officers, and even our National Guard at risk.
I wish I did. Whose streets? Fuck guys! Fuck Trump! Fuck guys! Fuck Trump!
Of course, everybody by now knows about the civil unrest in LA, instigated by Donald J. Trump and his immigration goons with their heavy-handed approach to deportations, conducting raids in Latino neighborhoods, targeting day laborers outside Home Depots, because people who work at fucking Home Depot are evidently the people responsible for all your troubles, Americans. Arresting the president of California's biggest trade union because he dared to go see what the fuck was happening. And of course, all these actions going down in LA, the City of Angels, prompted, as you can imagine, a mighty backlash, which only empowered Trump to, let's say controversially, send in the troops and in general start fucking with the troops, a preoccupation that ranks highly on the list of activities of wannabe despots and tyrants. Now, it's important to note that unless Trump invokes the Insurrection Act, and how funny would it be if an insurrectionist invoked the Insurrection Act, but I digress, only if he does that can the troops actually start arresting US citizens. Now, all the troops, the Marines, the Commandos, the Metal Gears are there mostly for show. That doesn't mean that the LAPD's response to the protests has been anything but mild. They fired an insane amount of non-lethal rounds, hit a bunch of journalists. I mean, look at this footage. And if you're wondering if they've got a particular hate boner against journalists, no, rest assured, they shoot at everyone equally.
They're telling her to move. Watch, if they shoot her.
It's no surprise then that because of what's been happening, there's now mass protests planned across the United States, and Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, is going through his Mandela moment.
Tom Home and the Border Czar said to me yesterday he did not rule out literally arresting you.
Yep.
Nor Mayor Bass, if you interfere in his words. He said you hadn't yet.
He's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do that? He knows where to find me. But you know what? Let your hands off 4-year-old girls that are trying to get educated. Let your hands off these poor people who are just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes, been here 10 years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy.
Bernie, of course, is also on this.
In my view, this is not about the protests. This is not about ICE. This is not about immigration. What's going on is all about Trump's never-ending desire for more and more power.
And Jon Stewart is absolutely right when he says that this was a distraction from his blowout with Elon. Yet the problem is that this is all that Trump ever does. As the guru puts it, flooding the zone with shit, and it's starting to get really stinky. Any new infusion of shit today? Well, we have an early morning truthism by Trump that the incompetent governor of California was unable to provide protection in a timely manner when our ICE officers were attacked by an out-of-control mob of agitators, troublemakers, and/or insurrectionists. And/or, I guess, because some agitators and troublemakers just aren't insurrectionists. They love their country, folks. They just want to see it burn. So what's the problem with all this? Well, with the situation developing as it is, Trump pushing and the people pushing back, the protests spreading across cities, as well as the mass protest planned on Saturday, the danger is that Trump, as well as all his goons online, are agitating to invoke the Insurrection Act and fill US cities with troops and Marines to arrest the agitators. Don't believe me? In response to what's happening in LA, Charlie Kirk from Turning Point USA is calling for the Insurrection Act to be invoked. Sloppy Steve, the guru, is calling for the mayor of LA to be arrested. Sean Hannity from Fox News is calling for Newsom, the governor, to be arrested. Chris Plant from Newsmax is calling for, I shit you not, all the Democrats to be declared a terrorist organization. And Laura Ingraham from Fox News again is once again screaming about the white replacement theory. You know, it's going to be very dicey these next 3 years and change, because any expression of resistance by the populace to Trump's dictatorial whims, however peaceful, will be interpreted by him as an attempt at insurrection. And unlike his last term in office, when the generals had more muscle in the White House and moderated him accordingly, there is no one to stop him or even moderate him this time. So if you don't resist, Trump keeps terrorizing every immigrant community he can find in the US. And if you do resist, he might actually start rolling tanks on your streets. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But of course, you gotta do it, because Trump will not stop at immigrants. He will never stop, as Bernie said.
And what Trump is doing is simply trying to put more and more power into his own hands in terms of the military. Do not forget, this is a guy who is usurping the powers of Congress, usurping the powers of the judiciary, suing the media, going after law firms, going after universities. He wants more and more power. And I would hope that people, regardless of their political views, you're conservative, you're moderate, you're progressive, whatever you are, now is the time for us to come together and stand against authoritarianism and for democracy. Thank you.